Objective of this lecture is to make a good quality plot. By good quality plot, I mean to say that we can also include this plot in the research article. So for that, what we are going to do here, we have some data you can see in the Excel, and we are going to plot it in MATLAB. So we have two sheets here. You can see one is experimental data, another one is the fin data. So here this fin data is basically indicates that there is a fin. As you can see here, this is the fin and this is the base, and the base temperature you see 100 degrees centigrade. Outside atmospheric temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. Convective heat transfer coefficient is given 100 watt per meter square Kelvin, and the geometry of the fin is also given, like diameter is 5 millimeter, and we have solved it for length is 0.3 meter. We have considered the length of the fin is 0.3 meter. Okay, and if the length is 0.3 meter, it has been seen that we can consider this fin to be infinitely long fin, and by considering infinitely long fin assumption, we can solve the one-dimensional steady-state heat conduction equation for this kind of a fin problem, where outside convection is taking place from the fin material to the atmosphere, and you will get a exponential solution, and that theoretical solution has been used to find out the temperature at different axial position of the fin. And here you can see in the table, the first column basically indicates this axial position, that means the different location, considering this as the origin, base as the origin, and gradually along the x direction, that means the axial direction, values of x are increasing. And in the second column you see it is if the fin material is copper, if it is aluminum alloy, and if it is stainless steel, then how the temperature is going to vary at different axial positions. So objective is to plot this temperature variation for different materials. So we want to make a comparison among the different materials. And the second sheet you can see here, basically this data is the experimental data. It is not a theoretical data. Here basically what has been done, that at different axial location the temperature sensors are placed and data is accumulated, and those data actually shown here. You can see at different axial position, these are the experimental data that has been observed, and we want to plot this experimental data. And this experimental data, or this experiment, actually considered the material to be copper. So we want to compare the theoretical data with the experimental data also. So this is another plot we can make, where we can compare the experimental data and the theoretical data. So this is our objective, to make. In the first plot we want to compare the different materials, how their temperature varying along the axial length, and the second plot we want to plot the experimental data, and we want to compare with the theoretical data also. Okay, so let us try to solve, or let us try to plot this in MATLAB. So here you can see this is the MATLAB interface. This is the MATLAB interface. Here what we do first, you just import the whole Excel file in the MATLAB. So for that, you can see here is import data. Click on it, browse properly that file and open it, and you will see that import window has come, and in the import window you just select this numerical data that is required. Only this set of numerical data which is required, nothing else, only this numerical data. After that, what you will do, you just click on import data and click on import data. So now you can see, and you can close it, no problem. Here you can see that now in the workspace in the MATLAB, this different header that we have given, like aluminum alloy, axial position, copper and stainless steel, this has now came in our workspace. And if you just simply check that how what kind of vectors these are basically the column vectors in aluminum alloy. You just write aluminum alloy, and you can see these are the data in that column, aluminum alloy. Okay, so clear the screen. The command is CLC. Now what you have to do, how can you make the plot? So this is very important. To make the plot, the first thing is that you have to select in a particular order, otherwise it will be very difficult. So first thing is that you have to select the axial position. Why first the axial position? The axial position, because the axial position is going to be our x-axis, and we want to plot in the y-axis these different temperatures for aluminum, copper and stainless steel. So axial position will be your x-axis, so that you have to select first. That is very, very important. Then after that you press Ctrl and select the other, like aluminum alloy, copper and stainless steel. Okay, after selecting in this order, this is very important, axial position you have to select first, and for the y there you need not to mention maintain a particular order. You can in any order you can select aluminum, copper or stainless steel, because all these things are going to plot in a y-axis, no problem. But the axial position that you have to select first, this is important because that is going to be your x-axis. After that, go to the plot and then plot as multiple series, and if you click on it, you will see this is the graph. After getting this graph, what you have to do, you have to modify it. So for that, you first include the legend. Legend means that which color corresponds to what. So for that, here you can see at the top, insert legend, click on it, so it will come. Then you click on plot tool. Here you can see the plot tool, and in the plot tool, if you see carefully, there are options. You just click on axis, and there you'll see first the x-axis. In the x-axis means whatever you will write here at the xlabel, that means the what this x-axis represents. It is, you know, the axial position. Then in the, you can write that this is in the unit meter. In the y-axis, click on y-axis and give the ylabel, that is temperature. And after that, what you do, you just simply increase the font. That means in the font you just make it bold, so that this can be easily observed, properly observed. Or you can also increase it to 11. I think it's okay. Now you click individually the lines. You click on this particular line and increase the width of the line. So now it is 0.5. You just make it 2. Similarly, you do the others. Make it 2. If you want to show the points that you have plotted, so for that you can see the marker. So you can use different markers, like I am using this marker here. For this one I am using, say, square, and for this one let us consider I am using, say, star. Okay, so in this way you can make a very good and nice curve. You can also include title that you can write here, but I do not want to include title. One more thing that is very important, it is better always if you show the grid. Here you can see the grid. You just tick, check these boxes, then you can see at the background the grid can also be seen. Now what is next? Next is you just click there and you see that export setup. Export setup, go to export setup, and go to rendering and make sure that the DPI or the resolution is sufficiently high. So make it 600. 600 is a very good resolution, and it is okay for the research paper also. Now after doing all these things, you just click on export. Here you click on export and give a proper name like material comparison. So I have given the name fin material comparison, and you just save it in the documents within MATLAB. And it is very important to not save it as a .fic file. There are different options in which you can save it. I will recommend you to save it in .png format, because .png format is the if you save it, it will give you very good resolution and a good quality graph you will get. So just simply save it. Now click on OK. So now if you go to the graph, you can see that nice graph with a very good quality you can see, and you can definitely insert this image into Word file. Okay. So now the second plot that we want to make, and that is for the experimental data. Here you can see that we want to compare the experimental data. We want to plot experimental data as well as we want to plot the this fin the theoretical data, and we want to compare it. How can we do this? Exactly in a similar way, go to MATLAB, close this figure file, we do not need it, and in the MATLAB, clear the screen. The command is CLC. Now you insert, go to home again, and within home import data, go to that particular file under documents, in my case within MATLAB, within this one, and make sure you now select the second sheet. Okay, here it is the experimental data, so click on it. So now within the experimental data, you will see these are the data, only the numerical values has been selected. Click on import data. Now you can see, now you close it. So now you see another two things added. One is axial position 1, another one is experimental. Axial position and axial position 1 both are actually same, that we have actually considered. If you see the Excel file, here the same interval we have actually plotted. Okay, so go there and then you select again in a proper order. So first we want to plot the axial position or axial position 1, whatever you can choose, and experimental. So after axial position 1, remember you have to select experimental. Excuse me. Then go to plot, and now you are trying to plot the experimental data, so you have to plot it as a scattered diagram. So click on scatter. Excuse me. So here you can see this is the graph where you can see that scattered diagram of the experimental data has been plotted. Now in the same diagram you have to plot the theoretical data so that you can compare. Okay, so for that what we will do, so for that what we are going to do is that you just on the command window, right, hold on. That means on the same graph you want to do another graph, so hold on. So then after that you select the again in this order, that axial position and copper, because it is the theoretical data for the copper. And now you make the single plot. Here it is the first one, that is the simple plot, so click on it. and here you can see that has been plotted. So now you have the graph where this red one indicates the theoretical data for the copper fin, how the temperature is varying, and this one are the experimental results. The scattered diagram is the experimental data and how this can be easily compared with respect to the theoretical data. Now very quickly do the remaining, like include legend, go to plot tool, click on axis, change the font, that means change the weights, make it 11, go to xlabel, write axial position, in the ylabel centigrade. Okay, so now after doing this, you just click on this line and make it 2, click on all this. Okay, so this is okay. So now it is clear that you can also change this scatter diagram, its color, diameter, everything in the mode properties. If you go to the mode properties, that can be done, but we are not interested to do right now. Here only thing, you just double click on it in the legend, and in the data one you just delete it and you just simply type that experimental data, and here you write theoretical. So now it's a very good looking graph. You just go to okay, okay, so now you go to export, setup, rendering, check it is 600, okay, export. Exactly in a similar way you save it. Experimental theoretical compare, and make sure it is a PNG file and save it there. After that you press OK, and if you go to file, you see this is the, and you can see it's a very good quality graph that you can plot. Okay, so thank you.